This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, April 26th, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Congratulations, District 30A. You have a new delegate. Shaneka Henson last night was chosen by the Anne Arundel County Democratic Central Committee to be the next delegate for District 30A. Now, she does need to be submitted to the governor for approval and appointment, but that's really just a formality at this point. The marathon meeting started at about 6 p.m. and finally broke up just after midnight. And the way it kind of worked is that each candidate was brought in, given 2 minutes to sort of pitch the board, and then asked 5 questions. What are the top issues in District 30A? Would you run again in 2022? How would you address social issues in the General Assembly? What committees do you want to serve on and why? And why should we vote for you as opposed to another candidate? All candidates were given those same questions. When they were complete, they spent about a half hour having the public address the committee with endorsements and support for different candidates. There were about 9 people that spoke, along with Senator Sarah Elfreth and Delegate Alice Kane. The committee retreated into an executive session for about 90 minutes, and after the first round of voting, keeping in mind that you need 7 votes to secure the nomination, Shaneka Henson came out with 5, Mike Miller came out with 3, and Sheila Finlayson came out with 2. And Brooks Schandelmeyer came out with 1. The rest of the candidates did not get a vote from the committee, so they were dismissed as well as Schandelmeyer, which left Henson, Miller, and Finlayson for the second round. They briefly retreated into executive session again and came back out, did another roll call vote, and this time it was 11 votes for Shaneka Henson and 1 vote for Sheila Finlayson. Henson will have to undergo a background check before they forward the name off to the governor for appointment, and this appointment does trigger a special election in the city of Annapolis. Once the governor appoints Henson, Mayor Buckley has 5 days to declare a vacancy in the Ward 6 seat. Once that vacancy is declared, there must be a primary election held only in Ward 6 between the 23rd and the 30th day after he makes that declaration. And then within 21 to 30 days after the primary election, they should hold a general election for Ward 6. Again, this is Ward 6 only. So therefore, you should be able to look for a primary election in Ward 6 sometime late in May and a general election a little bit closer to the end of June. BG&E says they're trying to figure out the cause of a power outage that took out service for nearly 12,000 customers in Anne Arundel County yesterday morning. Just after 6 a.m., the power went out, darkening intersections and businesses pretty much all across Annapolis and in other parts of Anne Arundel County. By 9:30, BG&E had restored power to about everybody, but no cause of that has been released just yet. Yesterday afternoon, the Naval Academy said that Acting Secretary of Defense Patrick Shanahan will be the graduation speaker at the graduation from the Naval Academy on Friday, May 24th. Now, this event is not open to the public. However, it will be streamed, and we will be covering it live there as we do every year. Shanahan is the Acting Secretary of Defense. He became acting on January 1st, and prior to that, he served as the 33rd Deputy Secretary of Defense, appointed back in July of 2017. Shanahan is a former Boeing senior vice president and spent more than 3 decades with the company. The full graduation and commissioning ceremony will be streamed live online, and a link when it is available will be available at usna.edu. Anne Arundel County Police say that a private security officer was fired upon in the Mead Village section of Severn. The officer was sitting in his car near Mead Village Circle and Mead Village Road when he was approached by 2 black males wearing all black clothing, hoods, and gloves who opened fire on him. He was able to drive from the scene. He was not injured, but the vehicle was struck multiple times. Anne Arundel County Police were unable to locate any suspects. They did provide a really weak picture of them, and you can check that out at eyeonannapolis.net. But anybody that may have any information is urged to call the police at 410-222-0750 or the anonymous tip line at 410-222-4700. Baltimore Mayor Catherine Pugh's month keeps getting worse. The FBI and the IRS raided City Hall, 2 of the mayor's homes, her attorney's office, as well as 3 other locations yesterday. Dave Fritz, who's an FBI spokesman, did confirm that the agents from the FBI and the IRS office executed search warrants at all of the locations. And this seems to be the first indication that federal authorities are involved in the scandal surrounding Mayor Pugh and not just state authorities. And once again, Governor Larry Hogan called on Mayor Pugh to resign. In a statement sent out yesterday, he said, "On April 1st, I directed the state prosecutor to investigate the disturbing allegations surrounding Mayor Catherine Pugh's questionable financial dealings with the University of Maryland Medical System. Today, federal law enforcement agents are raiding Baltimore City Hall, the homes of Mayor Catherine Pugh, and the office of her attorney. Now, more than ever, Baltimore City needs a strong, responsible leadership. Mayor Pugh has lost the public trust. She is clearly not fit to lead. And for the good of the city, Mayor Pugh must resign." Strong words from Governor Hogan. Okay, that does wrap it up for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. You never know what's going to come down the line. Give us a recommendation or a review if you're someplace where you can do that. And also let your friends and family and colleagues know about us. You want to hang tight? It is Friday. We've got a huge, gigantic, enormous list of things that you can do this weekend. And the weather looks beautiful because we have George Young with DMV Weather coming up in just a minute to let you know about that. But first, I need to tell you something about my buddies up in Severn Park. Mathematics. Have you ever been to the Annapolis Mall when it opens for the day? Maybe you've noticed the line of folks waiting to get into the Apple Store. As you may know, I'm a Mac user, and today's episode of the Daily News Brief, in fact, all of the episodes of the Daily News Brief have been produced right here on my Mac computer. What you might not know about is Mathematics. They were founded here in Annapolis in 1989, and they are an Apple-authorized premium service provider, the only one in the Baltimore, Annapolis, D.C. area. And what that means to you is that they repair all Apple devices, including the iPhone screens and batteries, all without an appointment. And most repairs are done the same day, usually within 2 hours. They also sell everything except the iPhone and the watch for the same price as Apple. I don't know why you would go anywhere else. Give them a call at 410-757-MACS, or if you're not into the whole letter thing, 410-757-6227. Stop by their retail store in Severn Park on Benfield Road or their service center in Lanham, right off of Route 50. Or you can always check them out online at macmedics.com. I'll tell you, they've saved me quite a few times, and I know they can save you.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, April 26th. Yet another rainy Friday on tap for Annapolis and all of Arundel County as another storm system moves up from the deep south and brings with it showers and maybe some thunderstorms, some of which could turn severe later today and tonight before everything then clears out later tonight and early tomorrow morning in time for the weekend, which should be a good one with plenty of sunshine Saturday, though some very gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour could be in the mix, especially in the PM hours. Before then, a mix of sun and clouds Sunday with a small chance of more PM showers or a thunderstorm as a reinforcing cold front moves through from the west, bringing sun and much cooler temps finally in the 60 to 65 degree range on Monday. But before then, be sure to get out and about this weekend for the boat show in Annapolis, the walk in the woods in Crownsville, the big Denim and Diamonds Bash for Arundel Medical Center, the Pigs and Pearls at Pirates Cove in Galesville, Greenscape all over Annapolis, Earth Day Fest and Spring Fest in downtown Annapolis, and of course, the Annapolis Cup croquet match on Sunday the 27th between St. John's College and the U.S. Naval Academy. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great weekend out there with everything to do. Be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
This is Sarah Koenig, host of the Serial Podcast. I'm coming to Annapolis, to Maryland Hall, on Friday, May 17th, for an onstage conversation about how we created Serial, how we make stories, well, how we make them good, and why they matter. I hope you'll come. For tickets, go to marylandhall.org.
Dirty house? Call a spouse. That's right. Facts are, men don't always listen when it comes to cleaning the house. Spouses Cleaning Houses does. They clean almost anything. Fridge, oven, tub, showers, walls, porches, floors, ceilings, carpets, upholstery, tables, counters, pictures, mirrors, lights, fans, windows. They even take out the trash. Spouses Cleaning Houses has more than 13 years experience maintaining sparkling clean homes in and around Annapolis with respect and dedication. The friendly and flexible cleaning professionals at Spouses listen, understand, and act to meet nearly all your cleaning requests. For that breath of fresh air, clean feel, call a spouse at 410-571-9428 or at spousescleaninghouses.com. Just in time for your summer get-togethers, they're offering a spectacular summer savings, 20% off your first cleaning. That's right, save 20%. Just call a spouse, 410-571-9428 or at spousescleaninghouses.com. Spouses Cleaning Houses. Men may not listen, the spouses do.
Every weekend, there's something exciting going on in the Annapolis area. Be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net to sign up for a newsletter highlighting all the weekend events. Here are our top picks for this weekend.
Thank God it's...
All right, somebody didn't look at the calendar sometime because this weekend has more things packed into it than you can possibly fit in a month, it seems. So with that said, I'm just going to kind of mention everything that's going on, and I'll leave it up to you to Google it and figure out where to go. But all of these are worthwhile to look at. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we've got the Spring Annapolis Sailboat Show down at City Dock. More than 50 boats will be on display and plenty of stuff on the land as well. Entertainment, gear, new boats, used boats, everything for the sailor this weekend down at City Dock. Friday night from 5 to 11 in the parking lot by Sears at the mall. It's the Gathering Food Truck Festival. This is about 50 different food trucks that are going to come in. There'll be a little bit of entertainment, 5 to 10 p.m. on Friday night. Saturday is where it gets a little bit dicey. Saturday and Sunday, you do have the St. Michael's Wine Festival. There are plenty of tickets still available to that, but if you would like to go over on a boat and come back on a boat, Watermark does have a cruise. They do have tickets available for Sunday, not for Saturday, so you want to check out Watermark and find out what might be available there. Saturday morning, very early, starting at 7:30, it is the Scenic Rivers Land Trust Walk for the Woods. That goes till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon up there at the Bacon Ridge Preserve. It is also the Annapolis Cup, yes, the United States Naval Academy versus St. John's College in croquet. The gates open at 11. First match gets off at about 1 p.m. Always a lot of fun, very, very colorful. Again, the boat show continues on Saturday. Saturday and Sunday up at the fairgrounds, there is a Food and Spirits Festival. Tickets for that are actually free. You can Google that and find out how to get into there. Saturday afternoon from 2 to 6 down in Galesville at Pirates Cove. It is Pigs and Pearls. It is a fundraiser for the Bountiful Backpacks Project, which is an initiative of the South County Rotary Club. That gets underway at 2 p.m. Always a lot of fun down there at Pirates Cove. Annapolis City is sponsoring greenscape projects all across the city all day Saturday. If you're in a green kind of a mood, Maryland Avenue has their Earth Day Festival from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. right on Maryland Avenue. And if you're not feeling the earth, you can go down to City Dock. Well, actually, it'd be Market Space to see the Spring Festival in Annapolis from 10 to 6 p.m. Throughout the state, it is the annual Drug Take Back Day. You can go to any police station, fire station, both county, city, or state police, turn in any unused prescription drugs. Illegal drugs will not be accepted there. And finally, on Saturday night, Denims and Diamonds, which is the big gala that is a benefit for the Arundel Medical Center that gets underway at about 6 o'clock right there across the street from the mall. Sunday, again, you've got the Wine Fest that continues over at St. Michael's. You've got the boat show that continues down here in Annapolis at City Dock. You've got the Food and Spirits Festival at the Fairgrounds, which continues. And where I'm looking forward to going is the open house for the Blue Ribbon Project. This is up there at the old Crownsville Hospital site. It goes from 11 to 5. Google that and find out what the Blue Ribbon Project is. It is really a great local nonprofit that has a national footprint. It was started by a detective here in our very own Annapolis Police Department, and it is going to be a great family event. You're going to have bouncy castles, you will have face painting, you'll have live music, you'll have demonstrations from the police and the fire department. I hear there's going to be a canine dog demonstration as well. There will be nonprofits showing you all the different things we can do to help children that are abused in our county and beyond. I do recommend that. It gets underway at 11 a.m. It goes till 5 p.m. over at the Crownsville Hospital, the Blue Ribbon Project, and a huge thank you to Taylor Piles for actually coming up with this concept and making it work. We are very proud to have that here in Annapolis. All right, that is more than enough that anybody can possibly think about for the weekend. Take your pick. Enjoy it. The weather is supposed to be perfect, but whatever you do, please do it safely. We want to see you here on Monday, and you Have a great weekend. I am excited to let you know about a brand new project that I'm launching Saturday. It's called the Eye on Annapolis Legacy Business Spotlight, and the concept is fairly simple. Have you ever been traveling and run into someone with a connection to the area, and they ask you, oh, hey, is such and such a business still around? That's the concept. We've gone out to a lot of the local businesses and organizations that have been staples in the Anne Arundel County area for years and talked with them about it. We learned about their origins and their future. We're going to be releasing these every Saturday for, well, as long as we can. And we kick it off with a discussion with Dr. Maylee McCarthy from the Summit School in Edgewater, April 27th. We have a bunch of businesses and organizations in mind. We have a bunch more in the hopper, as they say, but you can help us out too. Shoot me an email at info@eyeonannapolis.net with a suggestion of your legacy business. As for what determines a legacy business, well, generally, I look to something that has been around for 15 or more years, but that's kind of subjective. I hope you're as excited as I am about this project, and I hope you get as much about learning about these local businesses and organizations as I have. Stay tuned, and we will see you Saturday.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.